Choose your chair. Now, who here lived in a home where your dad has a chair? Like there's a
Right.
chair in the home
Yes.
that is dedicated to the
Absolutely.
father of the house. Now, typically, it's usually the most comfortable chair. And I'm going to
Right.
just pick this one. It's
True.
usually the most comfortable chair, and often, guys, it usually reclines, right? Like you need to be able to recline, watch the Bills lose and enjoy Sunday afternoons, right? We can all hope and pray that they do better this season. But it's often, like I said, the most comfortable chair, and you wouldn't dare be in Dad's chair when Dad wants to watch TV. And sometimes it gets a little hectic at our house. Not so much now, but especially, maybe 2-3 years ago and on, when we were going to have a movie night. And all the kids scramble for the best seat on the couch. And what I noticed was it wasn't always the same seat. Like one Friday, it could be this seat. The next Friday, it could be whoever wants to be beside mom Friday night, or dad, and it kind of changed and switched up. But have you noticed that there's a status that's often equivalent or goes with a chair? Right? A status can be kind of connected to a chair, and you think about a throne, right? You look at a throne and status, like that's the king's throne. Like no one ever dares sit on the king's throne. Or a pilot, we just flew this past week, and there's a pilot, and they're sitting in that cockpit, like there's status that goes with that chair. Or if you were to go sit and go walk into the Oval Office of the White House and see that chair that's behind, that desk where the president sits, like there's a status that's often equivalent or attached to that chair. Well, today, we want to talk about spiritually, what chair do you sit in? And so there's 3 different chairs that we want to talk about, but we believe that every one of us sit in one of 3 chairs. And which one, we need to ask ourselves, which one do I sit in?
How many of you remember this story, Goldilocks and the 3 bears, right? And Goldilocks comes in and she tries all of the different porridges. She tries all of the different beds that the bears have until she finds the one that is just right. Well, this is kind of our version of that, except for instead of Goldilocks and the 3 bears, it's Goldilocks and the 3 chairs. So we have our 3 chairs that are up here. Mike mentioned we were on vacation, and I kind of felt like Goldilocks sleeping in all the different beds. And I realized that we can no longer sleep in a queen-size bed comfortably.
No.
Even though it should theoretically be big enough for us. How many of you need your king-size bed, right?
Yes.
Like give me a king-size bed. If it's hard or too soft, too hard, I don't care. No. I just need space in that bed. But our 3 chairs that we want to talk about this morning are the chair of commitment, the chair of conflict, and the chair of compromise. And as we're sharing this with you, I want you to just ask yourself a simple question. Which chair am I sitting in right now? Not where was I last week, not what chair was I in 10 years ago, not what chair do I hope to be in the future, but right now, today, which chair am I sitting in? And so I want to invite you to just pray a simple prayer. Close your eyes with me all across this place and just repeat after me. Dear Jesus.
Dear Jesus.
Give me eyes to see.
Give me eyes to see.
Give me ears to hear.
Give me ears to hear.
What your Spirit is saying to me today.
What your Spirit is saying to me today.
Amen.
Amen.